Welcome everyone to the International Certificate course on Micro Irrigation Systems. And our topic is Human Resource Capacity Building. I am Mrs. Madhuri Dikshit Ghugri, Director of AgriNext Consultancy, a leading micro irrigation training and design consultancy. I have completed my bachelor's in technology from renowned Dr. Panjabrao Deshmukh Krishi Vidyapith Akola and post-graduation in management from Symbiosis International University, Pune. I have 13 plus years of industrial experience in the field of micro irrigation domain. Our prime objective is to bring smile on the farmer's face. Through AgriNext Consultancy, we give various technical trainings, we give micro irrigation designs, as well as we give the recruitments. So now let's move to our main topic, that is human resource capacity building. So if we'll see micro irrigation industry system as a whole, we can see that the biggest challenge that system is facing is nothing but human resource and its capacity building. Lack of subject knowledge and incorrect positioning of the manpower restrict the industry to grow as per the expectation. So here in this topic we will see at various levels in various departments and in each step what are the essential training we should give and what are the core qualities that has to be enhanced at individual levels. Here we have bifurcated the complete system into the various key role players, that is manufacturers or the company, the supply chain network, that is the dealer or distributor networks, the technician who is going to install the system in the field, as well as will give the after sale service to the farmers, to the end users, the government officials, the NGOs, the end user, that is farmers, and the trainers who is going to give the trainings to all the above departments. Here are various departments that any typical irrigation company held, out of which I only mentioned here those which are in direct relationship with this topic. So in that, first is production department, then system design, sales and marketing, and irrigation projects. So after this, let's see every department in detail and their training needs. So now let's see each department in detail. We will see the persons working in this department, what are the qualities, what are the expertise that they should have, that we will see in the individual department. So now first is our production department. The person working with the production department should have a knowledge of extrusion and molding machines. They should have a knowledge of raw materials, its quality, its virginity, and they should be able to identify which type of raw material it is. They should have a knowledge of packaging and printing, and they have to be trained for the logistic management. They should have the skills for the work supervision and team management also. Now let's see the training needs of a design department. The person who are actually working in designing the system to get installed in field must be technically sound. He or she should know the hydraulic calculations in detail to design a technically perfect system. Should know the basic unit conversions, area calculations, basics of hydraulics and soil mechanics. They should have field exposure. Must know the land topography. Should be aware about the challenges in terms of design and installation. Field conditions, soil type, existing roads, nalas, various water source and their topographical locations. They should have the product knowledge, should know about various products and their significance to make a decision which product is more feasible or suitable at given conditions. Should know about the safety equipments to put at right place to improve the system performance and increase the system life. The designer should have a basic knowledge of agronomy. Basic agronomy means about the crop water requirement, standard spacing, suitable soil type, and basic of fertigation and nutrition. A designer should be updated about various latest softwares that can ease the design work and can do it with more precision. A designer has to develop a problem solving ability because they have to take various decisions looking at the practical condition problems, and they have to develop such kind of design which is practically feasible. A designer must be a critical thinker also. So now let's move to the very interesting and a multitasking department, that is sales and marketing. The manpower working in sales and marketing department should have complete knowledge about the products and its technical details. They should have a basic agronomical knowledge to give right suggestion about crops and can give any additional info about pest and disease management to build a rapport with the end user. Must have a good communication skills too to present his company, its product, and to build a relationship with the end users. He must be presentable and have good presentation skills too. And yes, most importantly, that he should be good enough in report writing and documentation also. So, as I earlier said, when we talk about sales and marketing, it's a complete package of skills. So, very importantly, an individual must be always alert, be aware, be good, and a keen observer too. He should know what are the various promotion and marketing activities that will work at specific market, has to work with various go to marketing activities too. Good enough in customer relationship management because a satisfied customer can help us in getting further inquiries. Capable on working with complaint resolution mechanism and has to use various digital marketing tools to increase the reach. In sales and marketing department, there should be a person who is a good team builder and should know the team management. He should be a critical thinker as well as he should have a problem solving ability. These are the very must qualities a sales and marketing department person should. So now let's see irrigation projects. So irrigation projects includes community irrigation projects and small and medium irrigation projects. So the team working on irrigation projects should be able to do irrigation project designs, to be trained to prepare detailed project report. Must be good in listening because a person good in listening can get various project leads and can execute them further. Should be good in dealing with group of farmers, should be able to convince the farmers for the adaptability of the project and explain them its working and benefits. He should be good enough in team management to get the work done within the deadlines. This is very important thing that a individual should have while they are working with any irrigation project, because we have to meet the deadlines, and if we have to meet the deadlines, the team management is very important. the team working in irrigation projects should have strong technical knowledge and have experience in handling big projects. There should be a continuous new software learning, all updated information about the same. Handling a big project itself is a big challenge, and the team involved in it must have a problem solving ability, must have a time management, and must be a critical thinker. Now we'll see the dealers and distributor models. So what kind of expertise that they should have? Actually, dealers are those who made a bridge between end users and the industry. They are the closest one to the farmers. They know their needs, their requirements, their financial capacities, etc. So they should have a market study and know where to penetrate. They should be good enough in logistic management because they have to manage their own warehouse individually. They should know basics of product, agronomy, basics of design also. Also should have study about the cropping pattern of their area so that they can do the proper material forecasting with the help of that. They should have good licensing with government and maintain relationship with customers. Let's talk about technician now. Technician is the one who is responsible for system installation, troubleshooting and after sales service or system maintenance. While installing the system, he should be able to read the design given by the designer on paper. Design reading means he should be able to identify the direction, water source location, locations of various walls, main line, sub-main line, should be able to understand the legends given in the design and design scale also. Marking and trenching know-how. A technician has to take the design and has to do the marking for installation as given in design, and after that have to start with trenching work for pipeline installation. For that, he should know the standard trenching depth, laying of pipe in it, etc. About system installation, he should know the complete system installation, required necessary fitting materials, all type of fittings like PVC or GI, and has to take necessary precautions while system installation. Maintenance and after sales service. A technician has to get trained for troubleshooting and maintenance of system, like system regular flushing intervals, check the filters, timely check the system pressure and discharge. Trained for acid or the chlorination treatment. And a technician should be able to manage his own technical team. Let's see the role of government officials in it. Government officials has to allot various subsidies, so has to know in detail about various micro irrigation related schemes and terms. Should know all the technical terms, that is design basics and calculation of material quantity. Should know the ideal way of system design and installation. Government official must have the practical approach, should understand farmers' need and practical issues that may come in future. System correlevance with schemes. They should be smart enough to do cross verification of what they have given under scheme. They has to check if it is placed at right location and given to the deserved beneficiaries or not. The role of NGO. They should identify project need, its objectives. The objectives must be clear to them in order to get desired outcome from project. Should be able to build the good rapport with beneficiaries. Understand the project technical know-how, project planning, its execution plan and deadlines. They must be good in labor management and communication also must be good enough and efficient in documentation of project and its financial details. The details of beneficiaries also they have to maintain for further fundings. Now the end users, that is our farmers, it is not sufficient to just install the system at farmer site. In order to get it successful, farmer must be aware about which product has been installed in his land and its significance. He has to get trained about the operation scheduling as per the design. Means which group of wall he has to open at same time and how much time he has to run the particular shift. Maintenance is the key for the system's long life. A technician or a salesperson or a dealer which is in contact with the farmer should give training to the farmer regarding system timely maintenance, system flushing, acid treatment and chlorination treatment if required. Also, farmer should be able to do basic troubleshooting. He must be able to identify the problem and find the solution for that. We have to do all this to get a satisfied customer, which is our prime objective. Because if one customer is satisfied, he can give us hundreds of such customers. Now the trainers. That is TOT planning for trainers. Trainer is the one who is going to train all the above key role players that we have seen in previous slides. This trainer must have good communication and presentation skill. Should get trained for voice modulation, gesture, posture, hand movements, use of stage space, etc. We have to design a special TOTs to train these trainers. Trainer must have subject know-how which he is going to deliver. Should have practical knowledge about that subject. He must be humorous to keep the training lively and interesting. Trainers should be able to identify the training needs of various departments and schedule it time to time. Thank you so much. This is all about human resource capacity building and training needs. If we will follow this structure, we could be able to promote the micro irrigation system more successfully and can cover more hectarage in short time with more success ratio and satisfied farmer. Thank you so much everyone.